All right, a lot of moving parts when we're talking about sports with the Ohio State Buckeyes. Players leaving for the NFL draft or maybe hitting that transfer portal.
Defensive lineman Caden McDonald declaring for the draft. The fourth Buckeye heading to the NFL. Meanwhile, the transfer portal heating up with several players leaving Ohio State. Our sports team breaking down what's going on in the portal and how this will affect Ohio State in the future.
We are breaking the Buckeyes and college football down with Adam King, Nicole Shearin from 10 TV, and the one and only Tim May, 97.1 The Fan, and the Tim May Show. Tim, we saw a lot of Buckeyes go into the transfer portal this year. Did any of that surprise you?
Yeah, a couple of them did. I thought Aaron Scott should have stuck around. I mean, I thought his time was coming. Quincy Porter, he's been my favorite since I first saw him catch a ball in practice. Thought, you know, a couple of those wide receivers could have taken a step back, but a couple of them had a chance to step forward and didn't do it this past season. So I can see them moving on where they think the grass is greener. But, you know, past that, not really, because it's all about where do you fit from a revenue sharing space, which they've had those hard conversations with Mark Pantoni and Ryan Day. And then what are your chances to play and get off the bench other than for special teams play? So.
Following up on that, Nicole.
Did I cover all the bases on that, by the way?
Yeah. Are you done now? Can I go to Nicole?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Sheesh.
Wow, Dami.
Nicole, are the days of five-star athletes waiting their turn to play, are those days over?
I mean, short answer, yes. I think they are, and it's sad to say that, but the reality is the five stars waiting their turn, riding the bench for a few years to hopefully be QB1 one day, yeah, they're over because money talks. I mean, at this point in the sport, you're going where you get paid the most money. But you do look at guys like a Jack Sawyer. He talked about it last year. Or even, I mean, Georgia's Gunnar Stockton. He waited his turn. He got his moment. I really give a lot of credit to the guys who do that. But, yeah, your short answer, Dom, yeah, it's over. That's done. That's not happening anymore.
Following up on that, Adam, you know, the lifeblood of college football with the high school players. Do you see that shifting as we go further? This is the professionalism of college football. Do you see that shifting and that the transfer portal becomes your main way to get players?
I think that in two ways it's shifting. One, I think that recruiting high school players is going to be more important now than it has ever been in the history of the sport, because the sport itself is shifting to an NFL roster where you are not going to be able. The reason Aaron Scott isn't here, the reason Quincy Porter isn't here, is they're not going to sit a year on the bench to be wide receiver 4, and Ohio State is not going to pay them the money that they think they're owed to be wide receiver 4. So what does that mean? It means that guy out of high school is going to be wide receiver 4. And so you better hope that your evaluation is right on that guy out of high school. And you better hope that the development of these young guys really takes that next step. Because, yes, you can go in the transfer portal, but you can't go in the transfer portal in the middle of September. And if you lose out on your starting cornerback, the guy behind him is no longer going to be a five-star making $1.5 million. The guy behind him is going to have played just recently down the road at Dublin High School and have to step up in a major way.